So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards.
It's early, but announce a cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jameer. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and 6. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. An interception on the opening drive, and you know they didn't say it verbatim this week, but you can kind of tell that this offense thought they could take advantage of the secondary, who's near the bottom of the league rankings-wise. Well, that secondary got the first laugh.
And we were worried about their confidence coming into it. Could they withstand another team throwing the football against them? How about this interception early in the game? Their confidence has to take a nice jump, doesn't it?
Now Burrow on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Burrow will throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 11 carries, 62 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Second and 9 from the 44. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it's Gibbs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Condors use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to connect with Dodson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the 1st quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow on play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 4th catch already in this 1st quarter. It's a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. He completes this to Walker. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jake Camarda now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But if you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. So if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This pass left side to Downs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. Touchdown! Josh Downs, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught. Kincaid with it. It's a big play there. 54 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And a Paris 1st down.
Now it's Burrow. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Sentinels get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Sentinel 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And up Melbourne. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 82 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
He'll drop to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal. That's a 7-yard
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Well, Paris offense out to have another go at it. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Condors are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stevens. And he goes out right around the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That one downfield for Dotson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Taken in at the 11. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll stay in the AFC East as we jet down the coast to check on the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the Washington Commanders and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Stevens. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Now inside the 25. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Gibbs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, Paris offense out to have another go at it. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Walker has it. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Burrow's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And they will remain well behind. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Now back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Condors have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49, Sentinel 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And touchdown! Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown tonight. And the Condors get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Sentinels.
Burrow will throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Burrow. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Burrow. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Burrow going to throw again. Complete. It's Dodson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Sentinels.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is brought in by Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Condors add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
Now Burrow.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Sentinels.
Again, it's Burrow.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Now Burrow loses the football.
It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Man open is Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Burrow looking to pass. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now a run with Walker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson from 4 yards out. And the Sentinels get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield now, Burrow. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
That's good for a Melbourne first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Melbourne, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Paris, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.